Alrighty guys, welcome back to another LEGO set review from BrickByBrick, and today we have set number 10743, Smokey's Garage, and contains 116 pieces. And this is a junior set based on the Cars 3 movie, and this is the first one that I have been reviewing here on this channel, because it's also the first one that I have gotten. So let's get into it, and we'll start off with the Cars. First up here is Lightning McQueen. And this is one of the many versions that they have introduced with the Cars 3 theme as a whole. And this version is interesting. I'm going to start off by saying that I do like the mouth and the facial expression, kind of. The expression that this one has. I think the old Cars 2 sets had kind of weird expressions for McQueen, but that's just me. And I also like the change to a tile here. The old ones used plates, but it is very basic building here. This is all one piece, besides the wheels come off too, but like this base is all one part, which is a little bit disappointing in the one way where you can't put like a bumper or like a rear like tile that's printed or anything at all, like you used to be able to with the old Cars sets that used a little sticker back there, or a printed thing to represent a sticker in some cases, like a bumper sticker. But other than that, he does still have the same major pieces. Like once you get to this point, this is basically what it looked like on the old builds. It did. They did use jumper plates for these in order to offset it properly, but with this piece they just have the studs on the side, and they are in the same place as they were last time. This is a new print for the Cars 3 sets. It's a little bit more cartoony than some of the older ones, but I think it still looks good. The one thing I'm not a big fan of is the color of the gold. It looks good from most angles, but sometimes, especially on these side pieces, it like kind of disappears, as you can see there. Like you can't see it very well. I wish they would have outlined it in black at least, and then printed the gold inside the black. I think that would have looked a little bit better, because sometimes like angles like that, it's hard to make out the 95. It doesn't stand out as much. But this is, I think, the best part of these Cars 3 Lightning McQueens, because they have this new nice spoiler piece, which looks better than the previous solution, which was a tile on a bar and clip system. And that looks really good and works really well. And it fits right over these. You could still put on tail lights, but it doesn't look like it's floating too far above the body of the car. And the eyes are similar to before, but they are a new like eyelid expression, and the eyes are a nice blue color. The sides have some nice silver windows, which is good. Would have been nice to maybe get a little bit darker, like a gunmetal gray print there, but I think silver works. I haven't tried to figure out if that's the most accurate choice, but also on the top it has some nice print for the back windows, obviously, and then the 95. I'm not sure why it's sideways, but that's a Lightning McQueen design. Like not the Lego set, because like if you look this way it doesn't look like anything, but so it would have made more sense to align it this way, but you know, whatever. And it says Lightning McQueen in really small letters on both sides, and I think that looks really good and it's a nice look. So there is Lightning McQueen, and now let's take a look at the other two cars. So this is Junior Moon, and we're not going to spend as much time talking about the construction of these as Lightning McQueen, because that was just kind of to explain the differences. But you can see this guy is built similarly. He has this one piece in the back which is printed nicely, and I think that this is a really nice print actually. You can see it has his license plate. It says Moonshine. His name is Junior Moon, so kind of makes sense. And I like the little trunk there. This uses the same piece as the front of Lightning McQueen, but for his back. And I like the bumper, some nice reflective silver detailing there. And then in order to kind of blend this into the cockpit a little bit, they use one of these 1x2 cheese slopes. And on the sides, he has two identical 2x4 printed tiles, which just have a nice silver line and then a line down the middle. I like this new piece for these Cars 3 sets, which is like a 2x4, but it kind of goes in and makes kind of the windshield. I think this was designed for Sheriff mainly, but they use it for these two, like the last two cars in this set as well. And it kind of looks like an older style car. I like the print on this one with the silver on the sides and the nice eyes. And then the back of this, it has another one of those pieces, just with some windows as well. And you can see the second printed tile. It's exactly the same as the last one. And then the front uses yet another new piece for these Cars 3 sets. And this is just another car front hood area section. But I like the little grille and the lights and the bumper. All of it looks pretty good. And I think that that's a really nice new molding that'll be pretty useful, especially if they start using it unprinted in a couple sets. And the last car here looks pretty good as well. This is the most interesting of the three because it's not, just a normal car. It's kind of a pickup truck. And kind of got that design going on. I don't like these two studs right away. That's a limitation of the junior style body. It would have been nice to get another tile to cover that up, but I don't know if that's inaccurate in any way. I guess it is supposed to have that line, but still just a 1x2 tile would have worked as well. It does use the same pieces as Junior Moon, the same new parts. This front section, which has a nice print, and the eyes also, nice print. I think that it's pretty cool. I like the dark orange color that they use for him, and as the owner of this garage, I would imagine this guy's going to be the main character from this set, or this scene in the movie, kind of. I'm not quite sure what these two guys are going to have as a role in the movie, but I have seen a little bit about them, and I'm not going to say too much just in case I accidentally spoil the movie. But you can see the back just has kind of this other kind of wheel arch, and he has some hay in the back of his truck. But from what you see of these guys, this guy specifically, I don't know about him. I don't think you see him much in the trailer, but Smokey seems like he'll be a cool character, so I am looking forward to that, and I think that he is a nice addition to this set. So let's get on to... Alright, so the first two little side builds are just kind of like additions onto the garage, which we'll take a look at last, being the most substantial of the builds. This is just a little crane, though, and it does spin around on a Technic axle. You can spin it really quickly, actually. It's pretty smooth. You can see it's just built on one of those. So not even building with Technic parts, just a very simple Technic connection using more normal parts. This is a little crane, and it can pick up this useless cylinder using one of these. And it does, have the standard crane kind of joints. And it works okay, I suppose. But it is interesting that it has one of those little areas that you can fit a ball joint into, but it doesn't actually attach the hook on there. You do get an extra chain, which is really nice. But as a whole, I don't really see the usefulness in having one of these. This crane serves no purpose. You can't load Lightning McQueen up onto there easily at all. I mean, I guess it's possible you can drag the crane around and go like that, and then go like that, and then I guess kind of. But we'll take a look at this in a second. But I don't like this crane too much. I think it's kind of a useless waste of parts. I would have preferred to see another one of these, because this I actually like. It's not very useful with the car characters, because especially these ones can't hold these tools. Guido can, but that's the only one. It does use these skateboard wheels, which is nice, so it can roll around. But it has a full set of tools, and it just looks appropriate in a garage setting. And it does have this drawer here, which fits the last two tools. Or I guess not the last two, because there are two more right here. Let's just move right into the garage. And there you can see the only kind of redeeming quality of this crane. It does look decent in the background of this. And this definitely looks really nice in there. That, gives it a good look. But moving those out of the picture, this is Smokey's garage. It's pretty simple, and it does have one of these ramp pieces that just comes up into the build, and you can drive a car right up it with no problems. So It does have a nice print there. I guess they'd be turning in that way probably. And the other big printed piece that you get here, which is, you know, a junior's piece, is this back wall. There's a window piece in there actually that you can open up, but there's really no reason to. It makes more sense to leave it down. You got some details on the wall, as well as that nice brick pattern, which looks pretty good. And the other exclusive print is this Smokey's garage sign, which I think these two pieces are nice. This one is kind of limited in use, but still, because it's a mainly juniors piece, but I think it still works okay. And it does have one of those big juniors plates on the bottom that is tiles and plates. Actually, I think that is all one piece. I forgot if it was one or two. But they do have this here, which is needed in order to go underneath that, part of just the way the plate works. Some tools there, some paint or moonshine, as the box might, or as the inclusion of this character and his license plate might lead you to believe. But, you know, Smokey can sit there and he can work on Lightning McQueen, who can kind of drive up here. If you lean him back a little, you can pretend to get him up there. And these are two more printed tiles because junior sets don't have any stickers, and he just kind of sits there. His wheels are off the ground, and you can do some nice mechanics work on him, which is what I'm assuming Smokey is, because he does have his own garage. But Lightning McQueen looks awfully happy to have Smokey check him out, so, you know, I guess he must be a good mechanic. But anyway, that is the set as a whole. Hope you guys enjoyed this little junior set review. Let me know what you guys think of this set overall, and what you think of the Cars 3 theme. I think that it is, this is a good set, and I think one of the stronger ones in the theme in terms of price point, because it does include 3 cars for $20. The other $20 set includes 2 cars. So, you know, I think that it is a good enough value, and I definitely think that it is a worthwhile purchase if you enjoy the Cars franchise, especially if you enjoyed the Cars 2 sets. I think that this is a worthy, like the Cars 3 Juniors theme is a worthy successor to the Cars 2 theme. I'm sure it's a little less detailed, but the prints are still just as good. And I think the car designs, which are the most important part of these sets, to me personally at least, is still, you know, equal with that of the old ones, even though they do use limited building techniques and some larger parts. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you did, and I will see you guys all later. Bye, everyone.